Hola y
Hola.
bienvenidos. I'm here today with Samuele and Juan. Both are from the past two host countries of Eurovision. We have Italy and Netherlands involved today, and me from Germany. I'm Jana. I'm so glad we're here, and I'm so glad you're here as well. So we all watch Benidorm right now, and I guess you did as well. And we have a winner. And I know, Juan, you really love this song. So do you want to tell us the winner of tonight?
The winner of Benidorm Fest 2023, who will represent Spain at Eurovision 23, is Blanca Paloma.
Yeah.
With her song Eaea, Eaea. I don't know how to pronounce the song. Eaea,
It's
Eaea,
Eaea,
Eaea.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so what do you guys think about the song? Juan, do you want to start?
The first time I heard the song, I was immediately sold. It is an incredible song. It's totally up my alley. I can understand why people think it's a bit of an odd song, or that people don't understand the song itself, but I absolutely love it, and the live performance sold it even more for me. I was just starstruck by how amazing Blanca Paloma is live. Amazing.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. What do you think, Samuele?
Yes, I have to say that, first of all, it didn't grasp me as much as I wanted it to grasp me, like when I listened to the song, just like the studio version. But since the first moment I saw the live performance on the second semifinal, I was sold, completely sold. I'm so happy that this is going to represent Spain, and nothing like Spain is actually being represented by a modern flamenco track sung by a really talented and beautiful singer, and the message of the song also is really, really, really important. So I'm just happy for Spain, and we can say that Spain has reborn in Eurovision a little bit.
Yeah, I totally agree with both of you. Like, I really love this song. Also, what Samuela just said, the meaning is like really important and emotional. I think she's singing about her grandmother or something, or at least it's something really personal. I think I saw it somewhere, and you could tell by the staging and by her performance, it was so powerful. The whole installation on stage, the performance. Already in the semifinal, I was mind blown. I was like blown away by the whole performance. Like, I was not really listening to the studio version, but the live performance was everything. This song is made for the stage, for the live. And
Exactly.
now I'm obsessed with it. Honestly, I'm watching this performance every single day, and I'm so happy it won. I'm so happy for Blanca Paloma. She was already amazing last year, but I think this year she's even better. Her performance is better.
Yeah, I agree.
As well. I'm so glad that she's gonna represent Spain this year, and I think she will do very well at Eurovision. Like, I think at least top 10, maybe top 5.
I think, to be fair, I think it could go either way. I think this is a really, really televote-friendly song. I think the televoters will love this. But I'm not sure. I think it can go either way, but I hope it will do really well, because I think it really deserves to. And I also love the fact that Spain sent such different songs from Benidorm Fest. Like last year they had Chanel, and this year they have Blanca Paloma, and they're like the opposites of each other. So that's really cool as well.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think people either love or hate the song. Like, we obviously love the song, but I know some friends that really hate the song. It's just not their thing, not their genre. It's maybe too artistic and complex for them. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting how this is going to be at Eurovision. But let's look at the comments first. So we have Vincent. I'll let you
Hello.
go. Hi, Vincent.
Hello.
Then we have Rai. Happy the All for Rock song did win. Okay, yeah, we will talk about Megara later. I think there are also different opinions on this song. So Klaus is also here. At least Norway and Spain are the right thing tonight, unlike Latvia. Yeah, I heard about Latvia. I'm really
I
sad.
didn't hear about Latvia, actually.
Yeah.
Well, also I would add to the list Slovenia as well. Did pretty well. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I haven't heard the full song yet.
Exactly, me neither. I just heard some snippets, and I think
the snippets are really good.
Was too busy with watching MGP and Benidorm Fest and everything.
Later.
Yeah, exactly.
Neil is also here. Blessed with the winner. Yeah, me too. I think we all are. Arcadia is my favorite. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about Arcadia. Blanca is a deserved winner. Yes, I agree. I think we all do.
And so the voting groups, to be honest, because the voting groups quite agreed on Blanca being the winner, except for the demoscopic jury. She was second there.
Yeah.
I mean, she won with 169 points. That's like huge.
A huge lead.
Yeah, it's a big gap. Yeah, I think it was always her, Agoney, and Vicco. They were like the top
They were,
songs from the
yeah.
beginning of the
Yes.
final. So
True.
Yeah.
I wasn't shocked.
Mhm.
But yeah, so many good songs tonight. Yeah, I totally agree. I think all the 8 songs were amazing tonight. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe
Night
Fusa
was.
had a few problems with the vocals, but I think the song is still amazing. So all the songs were like high quality.
Exactly. Tonight it was a kind of a different league from the semis. I thought that everyone improved a little bit in general, both vocals and the stage presence. Also, we are going to talk about Fusa as well, but I think that
Yeah,
she improved as well, even if the vocals were not perfect. But we are going to talk about it later. So yeah,
yeah,
why did
definitely.
Vicky
We
do
will.
so well? I don't understand that. Well, because it's a pop. It's
No,
she
it's
like
like I totally understand because it's like the most streamed Benidorm song in Spain. The Spanish
yes.
people absolutely are obsessed with the song, and I mean, we
Mhm.
also have the Spanish jury voting. I totally get it, and I
Mhm.
also think it's really appealing to international people because it's like a up-tempo pop song. But yeah, we
Mhm.
will talk about Nochentera. So
Yeah.
I would say we talk about the second place of tonight, and that is Agoney. So Samuele, do you want to start? What
Yes.
do you think about the song?
I actually, you know, I actually have been knowing Agonay since 2017 when he participated in Ote. And I generally like his music. I know that like he's a pop artist. He represents well the pop genre in Spain.
Yeah,
A little bit, that kind of up tempo, kind of branch of pop, disco pop. And I think that this song was not his best song. He has some really good songs that maybe would have been more appealing for Eurovision, but the staging completely changed my
Mhm.
perception of the song because you know the staging was absolute perfection. We had two perfect stages on this Benidorm Fest, and it was Blanca and Agoney for
Yes.
sure. Maybe Vico was also really good, but not as perfect for me as Blanca's and Agoney. They were like really in sync with what the singers and the artists wanted to do on the Eurovision stage. So I think that it was brilliant. It was amazing. His vocals were all obviously flawless and perfect. So good points for that. And I think that is a worth second place. But of course, Blanca was too mesmerizing for me. So yeah,
Yeah,
it was a really good result for me.
yeah, I agree. What do you think, Juan?
I'm not surprised that he did so well. I'm very, very divided on the song because there are parts that I really, really love, like the
Yeah,
parts that he sings in his chest voice. The high parts, I really, really love those. But then I don't really like the screamy, rappy parts of the song. So I'm quite divided about the song. The staging was on point. The lighting was really good. The outfit was amazing. And the dances were also really good. So I think he got a very, very deserved place.
yeah, I agree. I also see your point. Like, I didn't really like the screamy parts as well. That's like my least favorite part of the song, but I think the rest is pretty good. It's a really strong song. But for the performance, I am mostly sold by the performance because he was so self-confident on stage. He was like, "Yes, I'm here. I'm the main character. Let's go." That was what
True.
I felt, and yeah, he owned the stage. Honestly, this was so good, especially like the end of the platform. I think I already said it after semi two. He was on the platform, the spinning platform. Then the fire came up. Wow, this was a moment. I mean, I was like, oh my god, yeah, he's got to win tonight, and he did
True.
win that night. Today he got second. Yeah, but totally worth it. It totally makes sense. Blanca and Agoney, I think both are, I would say, equally good. They are just doing different things, different styles, and maybe one of them is more appealing to the audience than the other. But I think, yeah, both would do really well at Eurovision.
I think both would be fantastic choices for
Yeah,
Eurovision.
totally. But
Mhm.
there can only be one. So Blanca it is.
Yeah.
I saw one comment, I think it was here. Someone said Blanca Paloma is like France 2022. I
Mm.
have to disagree because France was my winner last year. Fulham was my winner. I think it's a bit different. It's at the genre, first of all, it's completely different. I see your point. It's also artistic. It's standing out in a different way. It's unique. But I would not say it's the same. What do you think, guys?
I can see why you're comparing it with France because it has that authentic Spanish. Well, not what France had, but it has an authentic sound that is authentic to the country. And I think the comparison stopped there. I think the song itself is totally different from
I agree.
Finland.
But it's
Yes.
interesting to see different opinions. Yeah, Samuel, what do you think?
No, it's just that I am a little bit biased here because I really love when a country sends something ethnic
yes.
and represents the culture. So
Yes.
I am the first one in actually loving national finals that have only songs in their native languages, and the fact that we are going to see flamenco with,
I know.
also we are going to see real flamenco, and mixed up with electronics is just mesmerizing for me. It's just joyful for me. It's pure joy. And I don't see any comparison with Fulan. Fulan was completely different. I think that the problem with Fulan, maybe it was the staging in general. I don't know what happened with Fulan. For me, it was top 10 material, but I don't know. But anyway, we have flamenco in Eurovision. We have a woman that sings so well, is like an angel, and we have electronics. It's perfect for Eurovision. I think that is, for me, it would be top 5 material, maybe top 10 in general. But I'm so happy right now.
Yeah,
I'm happier than last year, and I was happy last year as well. So yeah,
I think I agree. Linked to this, we have another comment. He thinks there are too many songs with traditional ethnic elements in this contest. I'm not sure. What do you think? I mean, we have Albania, which is really ethnic. I love it.
I mean, to be fair, we only have like 6
We don't
songs
have many
at the
songs
moment.
yet, yeah.
And I don't get the point of too many songs with traditional ethnic elements, because I don't think there can be too many of the kind of song in a contest. So
yeah,
that's just my personal opinion. But I just also love songs.
In general, we have maybe Albania, then Spain.
Yeah.
And that's it so far, isn't it?
Well, you can kind of see Norway as ethnic because it has the very Scandinavian Viking kind of sound, but
it's
I'm not
purely
sure if
we have Czech Republic if they make it, but I mean, there are maybe some more songs to come, but so far there are not so many. But I think that's also very subjective. Like some people love ethnic songs, other people hate it. So yeah. Okay, let's move on to our third place of the night. And that is Vicco with Nochentera. Tuan, do you want to start?
I'll be totally honest. I wasn't sold on the studio version. However, I think it really came to life in the live performance. I think it was a magnificent performance. I think her vocals were really well. The only thing that I wasn't a fan of is her outfit, but that's just my personal taste because I don't really like her outfit. I like the color. I just don't really like the way it looked with mainly the skirt, mainly the blue skirt around her. That was the thing that I didn't really like. But the staging was magnificent as well. So I think this was also a really good shot at Eurovision.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have been a bit safer shot than Agoney and BLANCA PALOMA. But I think third place is a really deserved place for Vicco and Nochentera.
Samuel, what do you think?
Well, it was my favorite overall. At the beginning, I have to say that my favorite song-wise was Alice Wonder, and Vicco was like 7th for me. But the same as last year happened. Like last year, I didn't really like at the beginning I'm Mama, and at the end it was my winner. And this time happened with Vicco. Apparently, it's the same thing that happened for Spanish people. Like, Spanish people were mad in love with Ay Mama, were mad in love with Vicco. So for me, it was my winner song-wise. And the performance was pretty accurate. I would say that it pretty fitted the song and the vibes. It was really 80s, I personally like the dress just because it was, it was kind of modern with the bodysuit, but then it had like the skirt that reminded a little bit of the flamenco culture as well. So for me, it was, it was a good performance outfit. Of course, I would never like put the dress on in my daily life. It was good on stage, and I like the mood. I just love the mood, and the song was great. many people were actually complaining that maybe if Vicco was meant to go to Eurovision, that song would not fit well the contest and would not, have reached a high position. Well, in that case, I think that Spanish people would have been proud as well, because they love the song, and when a country really likes the song that they are sending, is just that is worth for me. Even if the placement at the end is not super high, but at the end, if the country is happy with the choice, is okay for me. So yeah, totally worth the third position, maybe even second for me.
Yeah, no, I see your point. First of all, I have to agree with you, because I also first hated it, and then in the end, it was growing on me so much. And I think it's the same with Nochentera for me as well. Like you said, in the beginning, I was like, okay, yeah, it's a nice song, it's up tempo, it's fun. But then I was like, oh my god, it's like an earworm. It's stuck on my head all the day. I'm like, Nochentera all the time.
All
So
the
I
time.
totally
All the
understand that
time.
people love it so much and stream it so much. I mean, it's just fun. It's happy. It's cheering, up tempo. It just makes you happy. You're just like singing along. I really love the song, and I'm glad it came third, and it totally deserved it, I think. For her outfit, I like the dress. I didn't like the shoes. I think they were not really fitting to the dress.
Exactly.
But if she
That
loves
was the
it, it's good.
problem.
I love the shoes. I'd wear them myself,
know
to
you
be
don't.
honest.
We knew it.
Let's look at the comments. We have Matt. Hello. Hi,
Hi.
Matt. Then we have ESC Manga. Hello. For Spain,
Hola.
Agoney or Megara would have been a better choice. Yeah, let's talk about. Oh no, we already talked about Agoney. Let's talk about Megara. Yeah, I think this was also a really outstanding entry, because that was a rock entry. It was the only rock song of the night. So, Samuele, do you want to start? What do you think about the song?
I have little to say about them, because I'm not a huge rock fan. But I think I can recognize when a rock song is appealing and good in general. This was a good rock song, but it was not perfect for me. Like, it was not like when for example, Blind Channel from Finland, that was a rock that was appealing to me as a spectator, as a general public, as a general spectator that is not actually in love with rock. This kind of rock was a little bit more, electronic, edgy, in Spanish. It was actually a really good risk that Spain could have taken. But I think that was not the most powerful rock song that we had in Eurovision. We had more powerful songs that more actually stronger songs, stronger rock songs in Eurovision. And I think that, I don't know, it didn't convince me, but the performance was really good. I have to agree on that. The performance was good, but the song, I don't know.
I agree with you, and I just saw that the comments are also really divided. Like, for example, I will be following and listening to Megara in the future. That's really cool. I'm really glad that you like them and that you discovered them. Then we have another comment saying Megara looked like a joke entry. So we have a completely different opinion here. I'm not sure they would look like a joke entry, but I see where you're coming from. Like, maybe the outfits, it really reminded me of BLANCA from Montenegro back then. But I think it was pretty cool. Like, it really fit to the vibe. So yeah, Twan, what do you think?
I loved the staging. It was over the top. It was really, really over the top. The song itself is okay for me. It's not one that I'm like, wow. It's not one that I don't really particularly like. I'm kind of non-divided about it. I thought the vocals improved a lot from the semi-final, because I watched the semi-live performance. However, at the end, she did sound a bit drained. The vocals did sound a bit drained. So I think that is why they came fourth, because I think this performance was a really good, sturdy performance. But then again, the Benidorm Fest final was so strong that there had to be an order in which they finished, and they were fourth. And I think it's a really good, deserved placement. And if I can do a prediction, I think we'll see them in Benidorm Fest in the future again.
Yeah, I can see that as well. And yeah, I think they were also a fan favorite. Like, in the beginning, when we only had the studio versions before the performances, I totally understand why.
I think that we're more fan favorite between the Euro fans outside of Spain.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Spain.
That's true. Yeah. But I found it really interesting on stage. It was really freaky, but at the same time it was controlled as well. Like it was not like Traction, for example, in the semifinal. It was still, they knew what they were doing on stage. And it was fuchsia rock, so I think the colors were also really fitting with the purple on stage. The outfits, not really my thing, but very interesting for sure. It was good for the performance, for the song. It was really fitting. Overall, I think their placement in the ranking is really justified. So yeah, I also think we might see them again in the future. So let's look at the comments. So On the Ground says, I'm happy because he was my second favorite, but tonight Fusa Nocta has been the best without doubt. She did not deserve to end the last one. Yeah,
let's
I was
talk
really
about Fusa Nocta later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to
We're
start?
going to talk about her for sure.
Yeah, we could talk about her now. So yeah, she was pretty low.
I thought we were going on. Okay, let's go with Fusa as well. I love.
Yeah, we can do. She was pretty low, but I was not surprised because her vocals were still really shaky today. They were already shaky in the semifinal. I was hoping that she would improve, but it's like impossible to improve like within like 3 days. So I was hoping the best for her, but yeah, you could tell she was nervous, or she was really shouty, like screaming. I didn't really like that. I don't know, it didn't really feel right. But then again, I really like the performance. I'm still not sure about the car on the stage, but I like the backing dancers, and she was really powerful. She was really energetic. I like that, and I like the song in general. You also have like the traditional flamenco elements in it, but it's also really modern. So yeah, what do you think, Troy?
I loved the performance. The performance itself, I mean, the vocals were quite a letdown for me, because I think if the vocals would have been there, I think this would have ended a lot higher and maybe even had a chance to win, because the performance was complete. It had everything. It had dancers. It had a good look, a good like center prop, which was the car. The lighting was really cool. I liked the camera work as well, and her outfit was really cool. And there was an outfit change, wasn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, there was.
That's always good. That's always good. I love me an outfit change.
And I think her outfit was different compared to the semifinal, like the last outfit.
Yes, it was different.
Samuel, what are your thoughts on the song, tonight's performance?
I think it improved a lot vocally, most of all in the first portion of the song. Anyway, that kind of song that is more in line with what Rosalia does.
Yeah.
Usually when you don't have autotune, they are really difficult to sing. But many people were complaining that she was screaming too much. And it's kind of true, like she screamed a lot, but that kind of sounds is particular of Spain. Spain has this kind of a flamenco culture mixed with tradition and urban, more urbanism and urban genre that implies a little bit of more shouting and screaming, but in an artistic way. And I think that she was doing that, but since the performance vocally was not perfect, in the end, many people were actually saying that she was just screaming and she was just, not singing well. I think that the performance was pretty well staged. I would scrap the car personally, but to many people, like it had a meaning, because it was like Fusa's grandfather's car.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it was Fusa's grandfather's car. So it had a meaning for like the concept of the family and stuff. So I really liked the staging and her voguing with the dancers and the camera work, as Tuan was saying, was really peculiar, was specific to the performance. It was, I think that the camera work was done in order to really enhance the performance here. Because without that camera work, I would have feared for like a normal, an ordinary dancey performance. But with that camera work, it really, put us within the performance itself. The song is a bop, and I'm a little bit sad that she did not express herself 100% vocally, because this would have been a potential winner for Benidorm, and most of all, if sung and staged well in Liverpool, it would have been maybe top 5 material in Eurovision as well. But who knows? We could see her maybe when, like in later editions of the Benidorm Fest, maybe she will have that kind of confidence that she lacked on stage these two nights.
Yeah, well said. So I would say we take a look at the comments. We have Ladindi. We can safely say that expectations were sky high and she were not prepared physically.
Exactly.
I think you're talking about Fusa. So yeah, I think I agree. I think she was also quite nervous. At least she looked nervous. So maybe that was also.
Yeah, there was a lot of hype around her performance. I
Yeah,
remember.
definitely. She was like one of the fan favorites in the beginning. So it's so much pressure, I believe. So yeah, I totally understand. Daniele is here. Hello, people.
Hello.
Hi, Daniele.
Ciao, Daniele. Ciao.
Ciao. Connell says the performance improved, like Samuela also said, but there were still moments she was way out of tune. Yeah,
Exactly.
you
She
could
was
tell.
not
Yeah.
like at the end. She was really, really tired. She could not sing the last portion as well.
Yeah, towards the end, got a bit worse. Vincent says, I think Fusa improved. It's still the best song. I hope she keeps working on her voice and tries Benidorm again. Yeah, I feel like we can see her again at Benidorm. I think she really.
So too.
I think in the beginning she also said she really loves Eurovision. She was it with her family all the time, so I think we might see her again. Yeah.
Well, maybe second time is a charm. Well, second time is a charm. Blanca Paloma was,
oh yes,
representation.
that is true. Didn't work for Alfred, but he already went to Eurovision. So
yeah, but it's Benidorm Fest speaking.
Yeah. Oh, this comment I totally agree on. She had a problem to breathe. Yeah, I always said that after the second semifinal. Like, yeah, you could tell she had a hard time on stage because she was moving a lot, but yeah, she had to sing like a difficult song at the same time, and it was hard. Like for example, Alice Wonder, we will talk about her in a minute. She didn't have to dance; she could stand still. So yeah, she could only focus on her voice, on the vocals, and she did that really well. So yeah, I think it was a bit difficult for Fusa.
I mean, to be fair, as a counter argument against that, there are a lot of ways to make a dancing performance look good without the main artist actually dancing along.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I think there would have been other ways.
You didn't have to do that, yeah.
But I understand that she chose to do the dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it is also a really difficult song to sing. Like Mi Familia is really difficult to sing.
Oh yes. Yeah, when I was listening to the song for the first time, I was like, "Oh my god, this is such a difficult song! Like, how are they like transferred to the stage?"
Yeah, it's something that many rappers and urban singers in Spain, but also in Italy, because we have this kind of genre in Southern Europe. Many singers that do this kind of urban mix to cultural elements use autotune, also live, because it's also an instrument for them. It's not just to correcting their voices. It's also an instrument for enhancing the performance, and not using it is a little bit of letdown vocally, but also artistically for me.
Yeah. We have one more comment from Daniele. Vamos a la Blanca Paloma y Agoney, Vicco. Basically everyone. I'm really excited all of this show. Yeah, we all love Benidorm, I think we can say. And I really hope they keep this format and they're doing Benidorm next year and the year after and all the time as they did it.
The only thing I would say to change is the voting system.
Oh yeah.
Because I just don't really think this voting system with set points is the fairest system that there is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And I'm not sure how to feel on the concept of demoscopic jury. So I would say revise the voting system and keep everything the same.
And also, I think it works. Sorry for interrupting. Just letting this out, and then you can continue. Sorry, but the demoscopic jury works if we do not have particular sets of points. Like in Sanremo works because we have percentages of points, So I think that's what Spain should do is scrap the set votes and just go with points that go from percentages. Like if you had this percentage of votes, you're receiving this percentage of votes, not like prepared set of votes as we said before. In Sanremo, it works like this, and the demoscopic jury does a great work in many cases because it goes away from the jury, like the more Sanremo doesn't have a professional jury as another thing, but the demoscopic jury should represent the country, but with a musical kind of intent. like in many cases, the demoscopic jury focuses more on music rather than on the performance. It should do like that. I don't know if in reality it is like that, but I think that the demoscopic jury works not with just particular lot of points. It should
Mm.
we should have percentages, and that would be great, I think.
Yeah, I agree on the points. I also think we should maybe have like a national jury with people from the actual country and then the televoting. That's what I would prefer. So let's see the comments because Jess is
You would
here.
scrap
Hi,
the
Jess.
international portion.
Hey, Jess.
Hi,
So he's
Jess.
happy with Blanca Paloma. Yeah, we all are very happy about Blanca. And we
Oh,
also
there was
have
also
Harry.
Harry. Yes.
Hi,
Hi,
Harry.
Harry.
Hi, Harry.
Performance had to go to Liverpool. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm wondering if they keep the performance or if they change it because I think it's already perfect. So there's nothing to change, I think. What do you think?
I think they can just copy and paste the
Yeah,
performance. Just
for
make a
sure.
little bit tweezes like they did with
Yes.
Chanel. Like the performance was just about the same as in Benidorm Fest, but just that little bit more oomph. And they can even just transfer the stringy thingies to
Yeah, it is.
Liverpool.
It is
Yeah.
amazing. And then if you see like during the performance, she's actually singing on white on a white circle, and that could be recreated on the middle
Definitely.
stage in
Yeah, it's
Liverpool as
perfect.
well.
Yes.
Mhm. But
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I really like when countries, like when national performances are just a little bit different from what we are going to see on the Eurovision stage, because like also Chanel did something really similar. Like the dance break was really similar. It was amazing, but it lacked a little bit of the impact because we already knew it. So I would like to see something new. Of
yeah.
course, they can actually try something new, staying on
But
the basis of what they did. For
but then
me,
again, why fix something that's not broken?
oh,
That's
that's
also
another argument that is, of
Yeah.
course, great,
yeah. And I
great.
think Chanel still had a surprise with the dance break in the end. Like she didn't have
Yeah,
that
there
before.
was.
I was like, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that it's not a good thing to propose something really similar. It's just that I think that, of course, changing something or adapting something to the Eurovision stage would be more impactful for those viewers that already saw the national final. But
Hmm.
Yeah,
since many
but
I see your
people,
point. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
but
Yeah.
since many people do not see the national finals and just see the
That
random
is true.
nights, mm,
Mm. Okay. I
yeah,
was
that
shocked
was
the demoscopic jury put Alice in last place. So I would say yes, we should talk about Alice. Alice Wonder. She had a dreamy ballad. She also stood out because her song was as well very different, very slow. The others were mostly up tempo. And I think this is also a song you either love or hate. So Samuel, do you love it or hate it? Or do you
I
just
love
like
it.
it?
Yeah,
You
like
love it.
musically speaking, maybe it was my favorite before the shows.
Mhm.
Um, I've been knowing Alice Wonder for quite a bit because I discovered her while I was searching for Spanish music for a random
Oh,
contest that
that's
I was
cool.
doing,
Yeah.
because I was representing Spain in that contest, and I was searching for random music in Spain, and she bumped on my Spotify, and from that moment I loved her because it's such my vibe personally. And Yo Quisiera maybe is actually one of their best songs, from her music. Maybe like the staging was cool. I personally, but it's just my opinion, I would have kept it a little bit more intimate. It was intimate indeed, but this kind of lightning and effects and lights actually deprived me of that kind of
It was a lot.
feel
Yeah.
of ballad that I needed, because it's
Mhm.
actually a ballad, but it's a different ballad. It's so different from other ballads that we already are accustomed to see in Eurovision.
Yes.
It would have been great on the Eurovision stage for me. It would have been a deserved representative of Spain as well.
Yeah. Thanks for your opinion. Tuan, what about you?
I love her voice. Her voice has something so special. It just pierces right through you with the raw emotion that she has and that she puts into that performance. So I think she put on a really good performance. Before the contest, she was actually the one that I was most excited for to listen to her song.
Mhm.
And I think she met all those expectations. I thought it was a magnificent performance. and it was one of my favorites tonight.
Yes. Yeah, many people agree. Like, many said Alice was much better tonight, better than in the
Yes.
semi. I think someone else said it as well. Yes, Rich said it as well. And I do agree. Like, I think I felt like she was less nervous, even though she didn't really feel nervous in the semi, but she was really calm today. And that was perfect for the song because it's really dreamy. Her voice is so fragile and emotional, so you can really connect to the song. Like I already said about Karmento, she's taking you on a journey, and I would say Alice is doing like kind of the same. But then again, I also agree with Samuele about the lightning effects. It's all a bit too much. Like it kind of destroys your part of the journey because suddenly there are this big light effects, and you're like, wait, no, I'm still here in my room. I'm not there. So yeah, I totally get it.
I can understand why that broke a little bit of the intimate.
Yeah.
I think this performance would have been a little bit better if it was a bit more intimate without
I
more
think so
effects.
too, yeah, because it's a really intimate song. So yeah, she would need that. Maybe also other camera angles. But I think overall the song is great. Her voice is angelic. Her voice is great, as Twan already said. So yeah, she definitely deserved to advance to the final. But I also knew she was not going to win. So
Yeah,
but
same.
she could also try again because she's a really great artist. She's What do you think, Samuel?
Yeah, no. Same.
Yeah.
I just agree with you. And I was expecting the televote to like it a little bit more because I know that she's not so famous in Spain, but she's well known, at least a little bit. So I was expecting her to be appreciated a little bit more by the tele. But we knew that there were two or maybe three contenders for the win. So
Yeah.
she
was like
maybe
one of
was a
the
contender
favorites.
when the songs were released. When the songs were released, she was
I agree.
actually the only ballad that grasped attention.
Yes.
Apart from José Otero, that was really one of my favorites at the
The studio
beginning.
version, yeah.
The studio version was amazing. I love that song.
Mhm.
But yeah, as ballad, Alice was the best one, and I think that we had only her representing that kind of music in Benidorm
Yeah,
this year.
I think so too. And we also have Ruben here from Spain. Hola, Ruben.
Hola.
Hello.
So are you happy with Paloma? Oh, we're very happy. We already talked about Paloma, so we are all really glad that she won. And yes, I already said I think she's gonna be top 10 material at Eurovision. Like I can really see that because that
Yes.
performance is
Yes.
on point.
Definitely my
because-
personal top 10. I can tell you that.
Yeah, definitely in mine as well. So
as well.
right now it's either my
Because,
winner or my second.
Spain knows how to stage in many
Yes.
occasions. Knows how to stage.
And I also
Not
think
as-
Eaea is a song that the natives can relate to because it's like really authentic, has many Spanish traditional elements. And as we're already talking about traditional elements, I would move on to Karmento. And I know, Juan, this is one of your biggest favorites, so I would say you start.
Going into the contest and into the final as well, this was my favorite. I was already so into the song before the contest. And actually, in our Eurovision podcast, which you can listen to on YouTube and Spotify, by the way, I predicted Karmento qualifying against all odds. No one would have thought she would qualify. And I said I had faith in her. I said she would qualify. And I'm so happy she did because that performance she put on was just breathtaking. I loved the emotion that she put in. She was so emotional. It was so true to herself. And her vocals were very good, very solid.
Mhm.
And especially with how much she was dancing. It was really impressive how well she was singing. And just the simplicity of it, but also how interesting it was, just made it a very, very deserved place in the final. And I'm so happy she was there, even though it's underrated still.
Yeah, what do you think, Samuela? Do you like the song Quiero y duelo? Do
At
you
the
like it to
beginning, no. I have to say that at the beginning it didn't grasp me. That like it didn't, connect with me. I'm always for an ethnic song, and this was it. But only musically speaking, I wanted it to love it. I wanted to love it, but I was not capable. And with the staging, yeah, It was great. It was, of course, we knew that she was not going to win, but it was a surprise that she qualified, and it was totally worth it. She actually, I think that she put a lot of effort and work, and also she was really open, and how can I say, she was really joyful. She was full of energy, and she really cared about her journey from actually when the song was revealed to now to the final. She really, cared about her journey, and she put a lot of effort and attention on it. So I'm glad that she was able to express herself on the Benidorm stage, and I'm glad that the public loved her.
Yes, I agree. And I just saw this comment from Rich. I hate to say that the only person who didn't improve on semifinals was Karmento.
To be fair, she
I'm
was
not
already
sure.
perfect.
I mean, yeah, I mean, she didn't have to improve because I think she was already really great in the semifinals. And as
She
Juan said
was.
in the beginning, people didn't really think that she would go to the final. But then the performance was so good in the semifinal, and I was like, okay, she's actually gonna qualify. Like I was at the
Mhm.
beginning, I was like laughing at Juan. I was like, nah, I don't think Carmento's gonna qualify. I think many of us were, but
I'm
then I was
used
like,
to
okay,
it.
yeah,
I'm used to it.
she's a queen. No, she was amazing. I mean, I think she's from La Mancha, in the middle of
Yes.
Spain, like central. So she's like from the countryside, and yeah, you could see that reflection in her performance live on stage. The whole staging was like really countryside-ish.
Yeah, yeah,
I really
yeah.
like this. She was like standing in a field with like easy dress and all in white, and it was also easygoing and simple but great at the same time. So yeah, I already said last time, you felt like you were there with her and sharing the moment with her, and she could actually bring that emotions to you, and that's what I find so fascinating about her, because I also think she's amazing and lovely as a person, but I think she's just a great and really talented artist. So I'm so happy she made it to the final, but I also knew she would not win because she was not one of the fan favorites. But yeah, I'm really happy for her that she made it to the final. And as one of the comments said, she's very charismatic and her song is amazing. Yeah, she's
I
very
agree.
charismatic, definitely.
She's just like such a natural performer. Like she looks so natural on that
Yes,
stage, dancing around. It's just so lovely to see.
I do agree. And then we have two more songs. One of them is José with Inviernos en Marte. So this was one of my favorites from the beginning, and I think Samuele agrees. So why do you not start?
Yeah. Again, ballad boy, big ballad sung by a beautiful man, and I'm sold. So yeah. No. Honestly speaking, the performance was not perfect. It happens. The staging was okay. It didn't have anything special,
Yeah.
so it was okay. The song still is one of my favorites. I will still listen to the song after the Benidorm. Um, n- like quite some people were actually saying that this could be a dark horse, but in general, after semi one, we already knew that this would have been. We were actually talking in the group, and we were actually asking ourselves if this was going to qualify. We doubted that he could qualify, and at the end he did, but it was like fourth, with a really small
Mm,
margin in the semi. So
yeah.
we knew that he would have not won, but still, it was a good performance. Vocally, it was on point. It was actually better in the final than in the semi. I think in the semi was really, it was terrified, pretty much. In this semi was so good. It was really good vocally, but still, the staging was not super good. It was okay. So I'm happy that he reached the final, and yeah, that's it. I love the
Yeah,
song.
I completely agree with you because in the beginning it was my most streamed song, my
Yeah,
favorite.
same for me.
The studio version, the semi-final performance disappointed me a bit, but mostly because of his vocals, because they were not that good in the semi-final. They were so much better today, in my opinion. I was like, okay, this is much better. I'm really happy about that. Like, he really improved within 2 days, 1 day. That's crazy. I was hoping the same for Fusa, but I think she was too nervous or couldn't handle the singing and dancing at the same time. But he made it. Yeah, as you said, I'm also not the biggest fan of the staging. It started mysterious dark. I was like, okay, let's see. But, you know, I already said last time I was missing the planet Mars on stage. I was hoping, okay, if he could go to Eurovision, because in the beginning I really thought that after listening to the studio version, I was like, okay, he needs a big Mars, like Blas Canto had the moon. But well,
he could have just taken Blas Canto's moon and just painted over it in the colors of Mars.
No, but honestly, I needed some orange colors on stage. We had like red and black, blue today. I'm not sure if that's really fitting to the song. For me personally, it's not, because I really care about colors. I don't know why. For me, it's more like an orange kind of song. But I still love the song. As Samuel said, I'm probably gonna continue to listen to the song in the studio version. And yeah, he might come back as well. He's a good artist. So, Tuan, what do you think?
I think this was a really solid song. I have to say, in the studio version, I wasn't blown away. When watching the semi-final performance, I was kind of disappointed by his live vocals. However, he improved a lot today, and I think that he did a really good job, and there is a lot of potential. His vocals just weren't on point, and I think the staging also lacked, as you already said. I think it could have just been a lot better if they had stick to like the space, not really space theme, but to the Mars theme with the colors of Mars and everything. So, yeah.
Yes, I saw a comment about this. The song for me in the studio version was a massive contender. Yes, agree. But then I saw the live. I was very let down. Yeah, I think we can agree on that.
Joanna, we missed a comment by Clara.
Yes, I just wanted to go there. Hi, Clara.
Hi, Clara.
Hola, Clara y Tommy.
I hope you're having fun at Benidorm Fest.
Yes.
Let us know if you're happy with Blanca Paloma, but I believe you're very happy about it. Kisses back.
I think they are.
Yeah.
No, they are. I saw some reaction videos, and Tommy was in the background vibing to Blanca. So,
yeah.
So I think.
And Clara, people love you. De hecho, de menos. I miss you a lot.
Te queremos.
What a great week. Yes. No, in general, I think it was a strong Benidorm Fest. I mean, we had last year, that was like the first edition after a long time, and it started so strong. We had so many amazing songs, but this year was strong as well. I mean, Benidorm is not disappointing, so I really hope they keep this format, and we also have Benidorm next year.
I think they will
It's just a lovely, like, kind of mini Eurovision, because they also have like the parties and the performances from
it's like a Mediterranean Eurovision.
It is so cool, and I love the fact that they're keeping this, and I hope they do it next year, and it will be even better than the last 2 years.
I think in general we may say that after this second edition, maybe we are going to be more certain with the third edition, but still, I think that this year Benidorm is actually one of the best selections. And if it's going to continue this actually quality streak, it could be one of the best selections overall.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but it's
potential.
You know, it's this depends on opinions, but I would say that this year they went more in line with Mello, with MGP, something like a Nordic kind of thing. Keeping Mediterranean, keeping it like in style, I would say, like musically speaking.
I mean, we had many up-tempo songs, but
the format,
I mean, they still keep the language and traditional elements, so I think it's still Spanish.
It still felt very, very Spanish to me.
Yeah,
very authentic.
It's authentic Spanish, but also modernized a bit.
I would say that I wanted to say that musically speaking, it's really Spanish. Like pretty much all the songs were in line with what Spain could and can send to Eurovision, but it would like the format, the production is really similar to what we see in Nordic national finals. So it's like a blend of the two traditions, and many people actually said that Benidorm is a really good, addition between Sanremo and Mello, and I agree. I can agree with that.
It's like a little baby.
Well, yeah, I do agree in the fact that it has that thing from Scandinavian national finals that it isn't too long. Like it's quite short. It has the things to the voting doesn't take too long, and the show
Starting
itself doesn't
late
take too
though.
long either, and
Yeah.
which I really love because I don't really like
Yeah.
long shows that are just really stretched out. I'm mostly just like get the songs over with
Yeah,
and then
I can
get the
understand.
results over with. So I really like that they did that this year.
Yeah, Winston said Northern Mediterranean. I
Yes.
mean, somehow, yes. I mean, it was like modernized Spanish entries.
Well,
Like some,
yeah, it's a really enjoyable national
yeah,
final,
it is.
and I think that Spain and
Great
ETV
organization.
should actually how can I say, like, try to make Benidorm Fest a real festival apart from being the national final for Eurovision, because that would really mean a lot for the Spanish people and the Spanish, and the sentiment that Spanish people have towards Benidorm Fest. Um, if it's a festival of the Spanish music, and then it can be also the selection for Eurovision, I think that the Spanish people will tune into it even more and even with greater joy and proud.
I do agree. A little bit off topic, but I don't know if you have seen this comment by Daniela. Favorite thing about Benidorm Fest are the mini
I love
emoji
it.
pictures.
I love
Me
it.
too.
It's really cool. It gives
Benidorm
like the artist's like sort of identity. I'm not
Yeah,
really
sure
cute.
brand.
if that makes
Rather
sense.
than
It's really
Yeah.
cool.
yeah, exactly. Rather than a number, they have their own
Yeah, no, I
emoji.
totally agree. I really like that.
I love it.
Juan throwing a bit of shade. It's Juan.
It's not
Don't take it
shade.
personal. No.
Well, guys, we are from different parts of Europe, and we have different traditions and different mindsets.
Yes.
So we really like also different kinds of national finals. Tuan is more for Estilao, Mello, and stuff
Well,
like that. I am
to be
more.
honest, even Estilao takes quite long. It's quite
Estilao is
stretched
really
out, the
long as well.
voting.
Yeah,
So,
but
Yeah.
you're such an Estonia
like
fan,
the
so
perfect voting thing for me was Norway. It was the show wasn't too short, it wasn't too long, and the voting was quite good as well.
Okay, last comment, I would say. Agreement between RTVE and Comunidad Valencia ends next year. Yeah, as I already said, I really hope they renew it. I really hope they continue this format because I think it's going to be really successful.
They should.
We already
no,
had Chanel last year. This year we
for
have Blanca
sure,
Paloma.
for sure.
Who else is
And-
about to come?
And even if they don't renew it, they can make a new national final with a similar style of format because the broadcaster is now quite experienced with
No, but
the Benidorm
Yeah,
Fest. But I
but
hope they will
they
renew
continue
it.
with
I think
Benidorm.
they will renew
I
it.
think so.
And if
Yeah.
Blanca Paloma achieves a good result even this year, it would mean that Spain can actually rely on Benidorm Fest for picking their own representatives. So
Yes, and
I think they
Benidorm
will
is so
renew it.
traditional.
They have no how can I say it? Like I don't have the words right now. It's like midnight. They have no reason
There's no
why
reason.
would
Yeah.
not renew it. Sorry.
So the answer is yes.
Yes, I do agree. And also we had many famous Spanish artists as interval acts like Alamena or Manuel Carrasco now.
I
So
think Ana
they
Mena
also know about
will
Benidorm
go.
Fest. And maybe we also have one really famous artist one day, Benidorm. So yeah.
I think
And
Ana
maybe
Mena
more
will
people would watch
convince
it
somewhere in
and
the
be
future.
really successful. So yeah, I really believe it has a big future in Spain. It's the national final. I really think they will continue. So I would say we will stop soon because it's already like 50 minutes over and it's really late here. I guess for you guys in the comments, it's late as well. So thank you all so much for joining. Don't forget to follow our socials. As Tuan already said, we have a podcast now.
Yes.
Harry is usually doing it, but we always have some guests involved and we talk all things Eurovision about it. We have TikTok now. Samuel, Tuan, and I are doing it.
Jan and me are
Yeah.
always on TikTok as Juan as well. We are the TikTok boys for this week.
Yeah. So we are like in charge of TikTok. It's fun,
Yeah.
so you should check
And
it
the
out.
next Saturday is a super Saturday. So
Yeah, because it's Sanremo.
not just because it's Sanremo, because we have a lot of other
And it's
national
Super
finals.
Saturday, of course. Yes.
But yeah, if this is late for you guys, wait to see how late we are going to stay up all next week, because we are going to cover all Sanremo and we are going to stay up with you all the nights with the lives
You will.
at 2 and 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yes.
I'm already ready.
Thank you, guys. Thanks to you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
being here.
And in Spain, having dinner. Yeah, I know. But yeah. So we're coming to an end now. Thank you all so much once again, and see you in the next live stream. Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.